episode 8D. And welcome into the Bench is Clear podcast, where we cover the best rivalry in all of sports. I am Jesse Gutierrez, and I represent the side of the San Francisco Giants, who went a 4-1 week last week.
And I'm Tyler Coe, representing the Los Angeles Dodgers, who currently stand at a 3-1, although they are tied 1-1 in the bottom of the 8th. Also, just like to point out, Jesse said this is episode 8D. I don't know what that's about. It's episode 80. 80.
Yeah, 80s. Throw some D's on it. It's for the hood, Tyler. You wouldn't know anything about that.
You're right.
Just
I'm a poser.
Just smile and take the picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sure.
I think the Giants did gain a game back that we lost.
That you lost.
Yes, that we lost.
There you go.
And we desperately need to gain a game either today or tomorrow, because I can't see us going better than a 4-3 week next week. I know I'm jumping a little ahead, but and just the way the Dodgers are playing, they have to at least, go 5-2 or whatever. So so I'm expecting to at least lose a game. I'm hoping to be really close. But yeah, so they need to gain a game either today or tomorrow. And the Giants gave the Mets so many opportunities today to win the game. But shout out to best player on the team, Luis Rojas, for taking out Taijuan Walker. That was like some Kevin Cash shit. I guess it's fitting that Blake Snell's pitching today as well. But that was amazing. And 5-out save for Jake McGee. Good times, baby.
That's bullshit. The luckiest team in baseball strikes again. That's what I'm saying. There's you made some errors. You had to get 5 outs, but you're so lucky that you got out of it. You got out of the hole you dug yourself. Just because of that luck. So
lucky that Chris Bryant is a Giant. That's the luck right there.
Yeah, I was really hoping that that throw he made would have been a bigger deal, because it was already planned out in my head. When you said like the player of the game, Luis Rojas, I was gonna be like, player of the game, Chris Bryant, Austin Slater, and Corey Dickerson. Like, those are the 3 players of the game. Whatever.
Get your dicks right, okay?
But those 2 bozos not being able to talk to one another, and Chris Bryant not being able to throw a baseball, I was like, oh my God, it's finally happening. The luck's run out. The luck's run out, and boy, was I wrong. The luck, it's still there. It's still flowing and strong as ever.
Listen, I know errors happen, and I get it. And the play in center field, or left center, was the most frustrating, I think. But it makes you feel better, obviously, when it doesn't matter. The Giants still won the game. But also, if you saw, like, after the game, Alex Dickerson was legit like, oh my God, dude, like, fuck, like, you can read his lips where he's like, fuck, like, they just it actually gets to them. And when guys care, it makes you feel good inside, and not stupid for
also
having
because
so much invested.
It was his fault.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of times where guys make errors. Yes, and what I'm saying is there's a lot of guys who, like, for like Chris Bryant's error, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's just like, don't make any face move. They act like they don't care. And maybe they need to. Maybe it's a mental thing, but aesthetically pleasing for a fan who cares a lot. It's nice to see a little bit of emotion come out when someone does something wrong. But we're getting too far in. We need to stay on par here. Talk a little bit around the league, especially because we got this wild card situation. It's pretty crazy. Who's gonna play the Dodgers? I don't know. Is it gonna be the Reds? Is it gonna be the Padres? I don't know. Tyler, what's your take on this wild card preview that we're watching right now?
I don't know who the Dodgers are gonna play, because they're obviously gonna be playing the wild card winner, since they'll have the best record going into it. So whether it be the Giants, the Padres, the Reds, we don't know. So we'll talk about the second wild card spot, because we already know the Dodgers are going to win the West. Anyways, I think the Padres are still going to pull it out. I do. Even, you see tonight, Blake Snell looked good he's been doing a bit better, but I think they'll be able to stay afloat and stay ahead of the Reds a couple games. I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. It's total crapshoot. I don't think either of these teams are playing great baseball. I mean, the Reds have been surging a little bit while the Padres are, falling off a fucking cliff. But I don't know. It's funny. Yesterday, Manny Machado made a diving play, and he wasn't able to make the throw, and he kind of looked like he got the wind knocked out of him. And the training staff's coming out there, and I'm like, oh, good. They're like coming out there to be like, you need to stay in the game. Just stay. We're gonna run you into the fucking ground.
Right.
Like, dude, I don't think the Padres are, sustainable. So I don't really care. I don't know. I really don't.
I mean, I want the Reds to go. Honestly, I do.
Well, of course.
I like how hot they're getting, and it's a better story. It shuts all the loudmouths in San Diego. Honestly, I don't know, man. I really fuck with Joey Votto now with all the stuff that's just been coming out that he's been doing this year. Yeah, dude. I love it.
Joey Votto's a dick, and I love it.
Yeah.
I just want to say one thing that I've been thinking about a lot recently. The Padre fans and Giant fans and just fans across baseball, but mostly Padre fans, love to bring up it took a short season for the Dodgers to win a World Series. Okay. It took a short season for the Padres to make the playoffs.
Right? The only success you've had since 2006.
Right. And now, they make a flurry of off-season moves. They make some deadline moves, and they're fighting to get the second wild card spot in a regular season. So if the Padres don't even make the postseason after, having this crazy playoff run where they win a series that would have never even happened, in a regular season, dude, it's just going to be the most laughable shit of all time. And I can't wait to see them just like back themselves like, oh, well, Mickey Mouse ring, because they're going to have no leg to stand on. And I personally cannot wait for it.
One question, since, the Mets are almost out of their just
an embarrassment to baseball.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. They were like 4 games up, and now they're like 7 or 8.5 games back, something crazy like that.
They have no shot.
It's insane. Yeah, that's the thing I was gonna say. Is it too late for them? I mean, let's just say Degrom is supposed to come back. Let's just say he comes back in a week and is Jacob Degrom and is just destroying. Is it too late?
No. Yes, of course it's too late. How many starts is he going to get before the end of the season? 4, 5? I mean, that's not
40 games left.
There's like 35 games.
35.
Left. So let's say 5 or 6.
7.
It's 5.
7.
5 or 6
starts. 7. Okay, yeah, that's
but probably 5 or 6.
Correct.
Okay, he wins all of them. You have to make sure the Braves lose and the Phillies lose all those games, and then you have to gain 2 more. There's no fucking chance. Yeah, they have Francisco Lindor back. They have Javi Baez back, and that's not really making much of a difference. Jacob Degrom doesn't give them 8, doesn't let them make up 8.5 games in 35 games. No fucking way.
I mean, what do they have left? After the Giants, they got the Nationals, then the Marlins. I mean, it seems like their schedule is kind of loosening up. They have more against the Nationals, Marlins, Yankees, Cardinals, Phillies, Red Sox, Brewers, Marlins. I mean, I
Yankees,
think it is
hottest team in baseball.
Yeah. No. I'm not saying they're all bad. What I'm saying is there is a lot of not that great. There's a lot of Marlins and Nationals in that week. I mean, but you also have some Brewers and Phillies sprinkled in along with the New York Yankees.
No, there's no way. They won't even come within 5 games of first place. It's over.
You know what's kind of funny?
Absolutely over.
I kind of looked at some past episodes, and it was so funny, like how baseball changes in a scope of just a couple weeks, right?
Get out, baby. Goddamn camera angle.
You suck. Ain't gonna happen. what's it called? 2 episodes ago, we were talking about how you were saying, "Oh my gosh, it's seeming like the Dodgers aren't going to make it. They're 5 games back. That's a lot of ground to make up, yada, yada, yada." And then the next week they made up 2.5 games like that. And it was like,
you're
holy
goddamn
shit,
right they did.
They're gonna, and it's not even like the Giants like had like a falter. I mean, they had a very good week. But the Dodgers just dodgered. I mean, they can go on those kind of runs and it's not crazy. But then the next week it was like, well, the Giants are going to lose their spot. I mean, it's just a matter of when. And now the Giants, it's insane. And I was just thinking too, like if you think to the beginning of the year, who was pitching for each team, you think that that's like a whole year ago. I mean, Nick Tropiano pitched for us this year. That seems like a life.
Scott Kazmir for the Giants, and then pitched in the Olympics.
He's in our AAA system right now, so he
really?
Yeah, he still might come up because we're kind of leaking oil.
Oh,
so
I would love.
He did pretty well against the Dodgers, so I would.
Don't care.
It seems pretty all right.
Literally don't care.
But it's just crazy. Like I don't know. It just seems like a lifetime ago, and I thought that was wild.
Yeah, dog. The Dodgers signed Cole Hamels to do nothing.
To literally just say,
Cole Hamels.
"Hey, can I have $1 million? Cool, I'm gonna go home."
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, dude, the same with the Dodgers. Dustin May, Trevor dumbass. Like, dude, I mean, Trevor Bauer's been on leave for like almost 50 days. That seems like a lifetime ago,
right?
Since we've last seen him pitch, and hopefully it never will ever again. But that is yet to be seen, and that's a whole nother issue. But I understand what you're saying, and I think maybe just because last year was the short season, that maybe we just don't remember what it's like to have a regular season. Because if you look at the Dodgers bullpen, dude, there is no way I could tell you every guy that's pitched out of the Dodgers bullpen. There's no fucking way. There's been so many guys that come up, and there's been a few that come up for one game, get sent down, and then you never see him again.
Right.
So there's no way.
And I feel like that kind of transitions pretty well into a segment we haven't had in a while, called Poll Time. We put a poll on Twitter for you guys asking who's going to win the NL West. Is it going to be the Dodgers or Giants? 52.3% says it's going to be the Dodgers, with the 47% saying it's going to beat the Giants. I mean, we already started talking about it a little bit. Our boy Scotty Too Hottie at Scotty Edge says Dodgers will complete the comeback and the Giants will have a giant skid mark to end the season and play the wild card game. I don't know if that would be a skid mark at this point, though. I mean,
I think he's more referring to they're gonna shit the bed, shit their pants. However, they're gonna leave a skid mark on a piece of cloth.
Right. But I get the reference. It's farts. I get it. I'm just saying if that does happen, do Giants fans feel like it's a waste of a season? At this point, like if you look at the record, you can kind of see that, but at the same time, you were expected to finish 500 this year.
Are you saying if the Giants lose the wild card game?
No. If they are in the wild card game.
Oh, if they win, who fucking cares?
Yeah, I can't see that. I feel like if the Dodgers, if the Giants hold on to the Dodgers or don't win the division, I feel like it's going to be a major issue, especially if they don't go deep in the postseason.
If the Dodgers lose the division but win the wild card game, it's not a waste of a season.
I didn't say a waste of a season. I think people are going to flip out, especially let's say the Giants beat them in the National League Division Series. I mean.
Yeah, but the thing is, you could arguably get that series regardless of. I mean, the chances are the Dodgers and Giants are going to play each other in the postseason anyway. It's going to
happen. That's going to be great.
The only difference is going to be who gets home field advantage. But you want to win the division because you don't want to have to play the one game because anything can happen in one game. But
yeah, and your number one starter is only going to be able to pitch once.
Yeah, and I mean, again, it doesn't matter. As long as you win the wild card game, if you go to the wild card game, it doesn't fucking matter.
Okay. All right. I like that answer. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, I think we should just go into weeks now. I mean, let's just dive right in. Giants went 4-1 last week against Oakland and starting the Mets. Shit, man. I mean, in the 8th inning of game 2 in the Oakland series, the Dodgers already won at that point, or they were winning the game where it looked like they were going to win. It was like, fuck, dude, they're going to be a half game back. Oh my gosh, this is the worst thing in the world. And then homeboy, Big Dick Lamont Wade Jr. Saves the day.
First of all, that's not how it happened. God
happened.
Was like, oh my God, I haven't showered him with luck today. Let me dump that shit all over him before this at bat, and then he goes up and hits the home run. It's bullshit.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever you gotta tell yourself. And then it happens again the next day with my boy Darren. Almost said Darren Ruff. Well, Darren Ruff had a big home run in game 2. Sorry, big home run from Donovan Solano. And it was kind of weird because it just seemed like, I don't know why, but it just seemed like the Coliseum played so fucking big. Just not a lot of offense. And then, next day at Citi Field, they score 8 runs. So I'm not really worried about this offense. I think they're showing up and showing out every day. And the bullpen has just been ridiculous. But I'm still worried about this rotation, man. Gausman did not look good in game 2. He was talking about how the book is out on him. The splitter is not getting a lot of swing and miss like it's supposed to. So either guys, I don't think he's tipping. He's saying he's tipping. He's just saying, I think people are not swinging as much because he knows he throws it a lot. So, and he gets a lot of walks on it. So, Disco's been struggling. It seems like Alex Wood is like a 5-inning pitcher. Cueto looked really good. I mean, they defense didn't really help him out today. I think he's going to be fine and a solid number, 3 or 4 guy. And Logan Webb looks like a certified ace lately. It's crazy once he came back from the IL, how different he's looked. It's insane. So that's the only thing that's really worrying me. Not much after that, man. It's just love in paradise. You know what? I think I'm just going to do it now because why the fuck not? I'm going to go stud and dud of the week. And I'm going to get this out of the way. And I just want to say it because he's hurt and I want to shower some love to Buster Posey and just say really quick, sorry, Buster, but you're having a dud of the week. I mean, it's just pretty bad, man. I mean, he's hitting 125. I mean, he's not having a lot of strikeouts, but he's grounded into a lot of double plays. And I hate it. He's down a little bit right now, which bums me out, but I think he's going to be he's not like an IL stint type thing, but he should be coming back in the next day or 2. So that's it. I'm done. Talking about it because
the PEDs and the luck have run dry for Buster.
He's coming back. He's going to be my freaking stud next week. I'm calling it right the fuck now. Every single time you say you doubt it, you're like absolutely wrong. So
I fucking doubt it.
Maybe you should just agree with me and it would have to happen. I have to do a dual studs though. I can't just pick one because obviously I got to go Lamont Wade. I mean, the 2 bombs that he had were fucking huge. Slugging 667. I mean, he's coming through a lot. So, and just holding down that leadoff spot, obviously coming in big in pitch hits. But I think that there has to be a definite, I'm going to give it the title to Brandon Belt. 2 runs in game 1 against the Mets. He had an issue. His grandmother actually passed away from COVID. And he dedicated that game and the rest of the season to his grandma Margaret. So, man, it was just, it was nothing that was talked about before. So we were just thinking, oh man, Brandon Belt's hot as shit. This is great. I mean, everyone knows Brandon Belt's hot streaks. He's hot or he's cold, but man, with everything going on, I feel like maybe he's just going to stay hot the whole way, whole season for Mark, going to win a chip for her. Let's go.
I doubt it.
Yes.
No, I mean, it's a really cool, it's an unfortunate story. I know that's tough. So it's cool to see him, ball out in a game like that. But I don't think he's going to stay hot like that. But anyways, let's get into some real baseball. The thing that everyone's here to listen to. They're tired of hearing the Giants go first, and they have to wait and listen to your bullshit before I can.
We in first, baby. What's good? First place.
Dodgers went 3-1 last week. Hopefully they can pull out this game in San Diego. Took 3 or 4 from the Mets. It pains me to see that we lost one to the Mets just because they're a fucking joke right now.
Right.
And I know Javi Baez came back for the last one.
He's done nothing but hurt him so far with us. So it's not like it would have been better if he was there for the season, the series against you guys.
Well, he was there for the last game, which is the one we lost. All right, Dodgers. Kenley shuts the door to go into extras.
The door.
The fuck is he yelling at? Anyways, there were some close games Friday, Saturday. They were 1-run games. Dodgers pulled them out. Pitching looked really good. The bullpen. I'm sure at the beginning of the year I talked a lot of shit about Alex Vesia.
Talked a lot of shit about Alex Vesia. Right,
dude. Alex Vesia is a fucking stud. The dude is awesome. And Phil Bickford, I think I talked about him pretty extensively last week. He gave up 2 runs this weekend, which is the first time he'd given up runs in like over a month. The dude is just balling out. Joe Kelly came back tonight. Victor Gonzalez got optioned. Hopefully he can go to AAA and kind of figure some stuff out. But the bullpen's looking pretty good. Kenley's been pretty good the past week. Which is, I'm just nervous every time he goes in there just because I think I'm always going to be just from here on out. I think I'm just conditioned to feel that way. Right. Going into stud and dud of the week, dude, I feel like I don't even want to do this anymore. Just Cody Bellinger. Mookie Betts cannot come back fast enough so Cody Bellinger can sit his ass on the bench for a couple days. Get a couple days off, maybe figure out some shit. Dude, how they haven't tried to just teach him just swing through the ball like a somewhat level swing instead of just going for this ridiculous launch angle every time and falling to your knees like your goddamn Juan Uribe with your ballerina swing. It's infuriating. Like I can't. Every time he comes up to the plate, you don't even want to watch. When he's going up there, I'm hoping he doesn't even swing the fucking bat. So Cody Bellinger is your dud.
I think he's the only one who got like a hit today.
He has one of the 3 hits.
Yeah,
big shit. That's like
his dabs, he's like man. 3. Give him his dabs.
He's like 3 for 40. Did people when Chris Davis went like 0 for 50? Did people like, well, he got the only hit today? He's 1 for his last 51. No, you don't. I give credit where credit's due, and Cody Bellinger gets none of that.
I think they were giving out drinks in Baltimore the days that he would give out get a hit. That's how bad it was out there.
Cool. Do that with Bellinger. Cool. I'll have 1 a week maybe. Anyways, stud. I don't know. AJ Pollock probably again. I haven't really looked at the numbers, but dude, AJ Pollock's been on fire. Prepared.
I like it.
And on Sunday he went to go rob that home run, and it looked like his leg got caught under the wall, like his ankle, and that's when he went to jump. He just didn't jump anywhere. But then last night, my boy comes through. He robs that home run, and it was a Manny Machado home run, which just makes it so much better. So he's been playing lights out defensively. Dude, he keeps getting on base. He keeps racking up hits. The dude is a stud right now. Without him, with the way Cody Bellinger's played and Mookie's been hurt, we'd be in real trouble. So big ups to AJ Pollock. Hopefully he can just keep doing what he's doing. He's been doing it for almost 2 months now. So
doing it well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So prospect rankings did come out this was it today or yesterday, ranking the top systems, and I think that first of all it's kind of bullshit, right? Because all the years the Giants had shitty systems, they only ranked the top 10, and I just had to guess where the Giants were. Right now they rank everyone knows where they are, and it's really annoying. But Giants are up, man. Giants are 8th. They're the highest ranked system in the NL West right now. Dodgers are 16th. It's crazy.
Not worried.
And I think they have the potential to go higher. I mean, right now Luis Matos is ranked at 84. I think he has the potential to be, a top 50 type guy. And guys like Kyle Harrison, who aren't in there at all, have the potential to be a really high guy as well. So I believe they're on the rise and, get up to, the 5th. And it's just, I tweeted last year about how Marco Luciano, who's the 5th prospect in baseball right now, is going to shut the door, and the Dodgers need to get their chips now because it's about to be over. And then everyone was saying, "Oh my gosh, do you guys think you're next? The Padres are before you guys. Oh my God, yada yada yada." Well, guess what? We're good now, and our system's good.
Luciano's what, 2 years away from Major League time?
Yeah, I think so. He'll probably be up 2023.
So not worried.
It's gonna come.
Care.
One thing that I don't. I'm okay. You pushed me over the edge. I didn't want to bring this up because I didn't want to jinx
it. Say how you feel, little guy.
I didn't want to jinx it. But one of our early episodes in 2019, it's not on YouTube because we weren't on YouTube at the time, but it is on an episode. I do have it screen recorded, so I'm ready to drop it when it happens. But I said in 2019, I was like, "Hey, when do you think the Dodgers' reign is going to be over?" And he said 2025. And I was like, "I don't know, man. I think 2021. I think that will be the time. Giant system's on the rise. Here we go." It definitely wasn't how I thought. If you would have told me that the Giants were this good, I would have thought, "Oh man, Joey Bart and Heliot Ramos are up, and they're just the shit." But that's not what's going on. Farhan's just a G. So, but those guys are just around the corner.
So I don't understand what's your point. I said Dodgers...
that I called that the Giants are going to win the division in 2021 in 2019.
Oh, cool. That hasn't even happened yet. So what are you bragging about? I don't understand.
I'm calling my shot.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I guess we'll just talk about next week then. Next week, Giants are gonna finish their series with the Mets. I feel really good about it because Alex Wood versus Carlos Carrasco. So I'm gonna jot that down as a win. I think they're gonna win the series in Atlanta, so that would be 3-1. But they're gonna split against Milwaukee. So I'm gonna go 5-3. Is that 5-3? Yeah, that's 8. That just didn't make sense because it was 8 days. But I'm imagining that we're gonna podcast on Thursday because the Dodgers have a day off and the Giants have an early game. So that's where I'm.
And I will be at the game on Wednesday. So
we won't podcast on Thursday.
There you go.
Episode
Dodgers,
next week on Friday.
Yeah, Dodgers finishing up the Padres series on Thursday. Then they got the Rockies at home Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then we got the Atlanta Braves coming in, who are hot. They have lost their last 2, but they, I think, won 8 in a row prior to that. So Braves are hot.
Still hot right now.
Dodgers right now, man on third, tied 1-1, top of the 10th, 1 out. So we still don't know how this one's going to wrap up. So if Dodgers win tonight, they're guaranteed to win the series. Colorado at home would be great to sweep. I think that would be some games they need to win if they want to take some from the Giants. Let's see, what's Fernando gonna... God damn it. Fernando doesn't commit errors in the outfield. Apparently he can catch fly balls, just not grounders.
Right. Yeah, throw.
But yeah, then they got the Braves. I think one of the best things about next week is September 1st is coming. So roster expansion is coming. Let's not forget that the roster is expanding to 28, and that's it. So not like how it was back in the day. But for the Dodgers, I think that's when you're gonna see Mookie Betts come back because you don't have to send anyone down for him. And then maybe a bullpen arm, or maybe it's gonna be Zach McKinstry or Gavin Lux. I'm not sure. So yeah, I think the Dodgers are gonna, let's see. I'm gonna say 6-1. Dodgers go 6-1.
And they're gonna gain a game and a half, huh?
Bro, they're gonna gain 5 games.
Just,
I don't know. I'm not playing that game. Dodgers just, they're staying in. They just got to play their game. Not worried about the San Fran.
Speaking like a loser. That's crazy. It's insane.
Speaking like a loser.
Yeah.
Says the luckiest man in all of sports.
It was a winner, so that's tight.
Who's a winner? What are you gonna do when the luck runs out?
Listen, Oral Hershiser said on the telecast, "Hey Giants, enjoy first place while you got it. We're coming."
Yes, we've heard you tell the story.
And since that, they've gotten they're behind 5 games, came up a little bit, and now they're starting to lose ground again. So, you know what?
I'm lose ground again. They lost.
Yeah,
they lost 1 game.
1 game, and they're about to lose another game right now because guess what?
After winning 9 in a row.
All they have to do is bun over. Boom. Dodgers suck in extra innings, and they're not playing against the Mets. So that's what happens.
They're picking it up. 1-run games not an issue anymore. They won 2 1-run games against the New York Mets, who we all know is a baseball powerhouse, until they played the San Francisco Giants, because the luck is just raining down from the heavens.
That's fine. You could, whatever you got to say when we're having a parade, you can make whatever excuse you want. That's fine with me.
Okay, I'm just gonna mark this right now. All right,
mark it.
If the San Fran Giants win the 2021 World Series,
boom,
I'll commit suicide live on air.
Stupid. Remember our first bet? You said that you would wear a Giants hat to a Dodger game if the Dodgers didn't win the World Series. So just reminder that that's out there.
Yeah. And if the Dodgers win the World Series, you have to wear the Dodger hat, if I recall.
That's correct, but that's just not going to happen. Yeah, so that's it.
And we'll see.
That's all I got to say about that.
My boy Will Smith's about to go yard. Whatever. All right. Well, I guess we will not know the conclusion of the Dodger game. Let's just chalk it up to a win, though. Thank you guys for listening. This episode is brought to you by Renovation Candle Company, where fall candles are out now. Giants fan, Dodgers fan, whatever. Go get yourself some candles.
Yeah,
but not Giant fans.
Everyone get candles. No one be stinky. No one wants that shit. I ain't got no time for that shit. Thank you guys so much for listening, man. Make sure to be following us on your favorite podcasting platform. Subscribe, all that good stuff on YouTube. I like saying YouTube like that. I don't know why. I know I say it wrong, but I say it that way every week.
YouTube.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Benches Cleared Podcast, Twitter, Benches Cleared P, and TikTok, Benches Cleared. We'll see you guys next week, where we'll talk about how the Padres had a walk-off win against the Dodgers.
We'll see you next week. Fuck you.